Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to another session of Tales of Fablecraft. Today we have our second session, and I will get to a little bit of a sorry, hold on. I think I hear the stream on my side. Give me a second to mute it. Okay. There we go. Today we'll have our second session, and I will be doing a little bit of an overview on what happened last time. But before then, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about a specific Kickstarter that Vertec and I have taken part of as the tavern keepers of the Golden Feather Tavern. And that is actually, Vertec, if you can share with the fine people your drink. That is our drinks for today. It is called the Critical Hit drink, or the Critical Hit cocktail, as shown in the Adventurer's Guide to Alchemy, which is I'm about to post the link to the can I find it? Sorry.
Here, I'll dig it up while you talk.
Thank you. The Kickstarter, and this is not only a cocktail recipe that has a bunch of really on-themed drinks that you can see. Let me see. Drinks that you can choose from. Lots of great drinks. As you see, the images are gorgeous. And we have remade that one here. And I thought it would be funny to do the Critical Hit cocktail because we have two of our people currently down from getting critically hit. And you guys in our subscriber area voted for the Critical Hit cocktail is either that one or the Seafarer's Storm. But please check out this Kickstarter as they are closing in on 13 days left, and they were funded within the first 24 hours. They're fully funded. There's 13 days to go. They have a lot of stretch goals that they have unlocked, including extra fun things, and Vertec and I have put in the ability to adjust a character in one of them as an NPC, and we may or may not be trying to shove a Steven Easter egg into this game.
Maybe.
But as of the moment, they hit their 35,000 pound stretch goal, which will add 4 appetizer recipes to the drinks books, perfect pairings for hungry adventurers, which we all are, especially on Tuesdays with our tavern talk. So this is TTRPG agnostic, and I feel it just feels fitting that the tavern would have a Adventurer's Guide to Alchemy book like this. So we will be incorporating this a little bit more. And that is all I'm going to say about that. Please do check it out. I'm super excited about it. You guys might like it if you're into that, or get your DM to get it so that you can have fancy drinks when you go to your DM sessions, your D&D or your Pathfinder, etc. sessions. I did share it with everybody in our Fablecraft session, so I will be doing that going forward too. I'll try and pick out a drink recipe and share it with you guys so that you guys can also partake. But if you missed session 1, because it has been a little bit, we had to figure out a better scheduling cadence for all of this. What happened was our group of adventurers managed to find their way onto a ship, and that ship is the Tipsy Pearl. And through their investigations, they quickly came to understanding that this ship is captained by somebody who's kind of in debt and is living in the past, and it really enjoys just all the treasures that he had and the glory and everything, until during one of the fine ceremonies of welcoming everybody on board and getting to know everybody, the captain suddenly finds himself dead. Now, this is fresh after 2 of our poor party members, and part of the reason why we have the Critical Hit cocktail as tonight's drink were unfortunately critically hit by the rogue acting, seemingly, Kraken that attacked the ship and they were able to ward it off with the help of the first captain. So, yeah, now we find ourselves having just ventured in to the Tipsy Pearl with Captain Cuttawash, and unfortunately, he is dead now. So, at the welcome banquet, the captain had choked on an object in his drink right before the Tidemaw attacked. You joined forces with Tilly to defeat the tentacled monstrosity. The captain was notably absent from the fight, and at Tilly's urging, you went to find him. So, as we begin our sorry, it keeps moving on me. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. Okay, this is being a little funky for me. Give me 2 seconds. It keeps scrolling.
Oh no.
Once again, this is a work in progress.
This is a work in progress.
This is a work in progress.
It's okay. I'm completely distracted by how good Vertex's hair looks right now.
Hey, Guggen. What can I say? What can I say? Fresh and clean.
Yes. Hello, Guggen. Taco a little bit.
Yeah. Welcome on in there, Guggen. How are you doing today?
Okay.
Sad. What are you sad about? What's going on that could get you down?
I think he's still sad about the thing from the other day with the girly friend.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
As we begin session 2 of Murder on the Tipsy Pearl, you have just found out that the captain was dead in his quarters. Lying on the floor at the side of his desk, the crew has escorted the visibly shaken passengers back to their rooms, but Tilly has requested that you guys stay behind to help. Currently, she is horrified by this terrible turn of events and needs the party's help. So, I'm going to try talking to her as her. Since we were all fighting, obviously I know as none of you, so don't worry. I do not suspect you. I trust you, and you obviously can trust me as well. Unfortunately, I am in line to inherit this ship, so I most certainly will be accused. After all, people will see that as motive. But if you don't mind, I would like your assistance.
What could you want our assistance with?
Well, clearly someone is the culprit, and he died somehow. I would appreciate your assistance in figuring out who could be behind such an atrocity. I mean, yes, he owed people money, but to kill the poor man?
If you inherited the boat, did you also inherit the debt?
That is a good question. As far as I know, we will need to fix the boat. If I'm gonna own it, she should at least be kept up. And well, the Tidemaw that attacked definitely damaged it. So that'll take at least a day, but I suppose I'll find out truly how intense of a hand-me-down I received.
I mean, it's obvious that this entire room is trashed. Maybe we should start looking around to see if anything's missing or anything's here that shouldn't be.
Okay, I think that's a great first stop. The captain's luxurious mahogany paneled cabin has been ransacked. The dead captain lies on his back on the floor, his face pale, his lips dark blue. His overcoat has been torn, and an empty rum bottle lies on the floor next to his body. Cheers to the rum, though. A number of books are scattered across the floor, while a freestanding mirror lies on its side. Paintings hang crooked on the wall, including a large portrait of the captain, which has been slashed. A cold sea breeze blows through the open porthole window, drawing your attention to the rustling piece of paper. It's the title page of the captain's forthcoming biography, pinned by a dagger at the side of the room.
What's the name of the book?
Well, I don't think that we know the name of the book at the moment, but you do recall that there was a writer on board who you all conversed with, or at least those of you not locked into the captain's quarters at one point conversed with. And he was hired specifically for this making of the book.
We go look at the porthole to see if there's something around there.
Yeah. You go to the open window, which is the porthole, and the window opens to a sheer drop out into the ocean. Looking though, you can surmise that it's unlikely that this was a method of entry or exit for the culprit.
Is it lockable, or is it just...
It's a good question. It's kind of like meant to be a decorative window rather than something that you could lock.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you could find something to keep it from opening. After all, it opens from the inside, so.
Can we look closer at the captain and see if we can figure out what really killed him? Or if there's any kind of, I don't want to say evidence, but anything that can lead us to a good direction? Oh.
The captain's skin is definitely mottled in blue. Purple viscous liquid has pooled around his eyes and mouth. He appears to possibly have been poisoned. By what exactly, though? You're not entirely sure. Perhaps somebody else in your party might know.
I was gonna say, anyone else know anything about poisons? Maybe we can figure out what's happening.
We have someone really good at herbs.
I kind of know about herbs. I could maybe
you can
take a peek.
And yeah, exactly.
See what you can do.
Would you like to come up and see what you can find out?
Yeah, I'll go over his body and take a little peek.
Okay.
And I mean, I could take a gander as well, but I'm probably not going to know anything. Oh man.
So Lumia, you approach the captain's body and you're looking, and not only has the purple viscous liquid, but also the skin color tell you that the symptoms are consistent with Bane Lily poisoning. You know that this is a fact-acting poison and is derived from the blue Bane Lily flower, which grows primarily on beaches. When ingested, it kills within minutes, but can be neutralized with salt.
Well, everyone, I think I figured out exactly what he was poisoned with. It looks like it was a flower called Bane Lily, correct? And it could have been neutralized with salt, but clearly someone just really wanted to kill him. We might want to see if we can find anyone who maybe would have these types of herbs on them.
Since you're there and you're next to the captain and the conspicuous bottle of rum next to him, can you see if the rum was poisoned?
Well, I'm curious because I thought he choked on a pearl, you know?
He did
But-
choke on a pearl earlier, while he was giving the speech,
Mm-hmm.
but he was then escorted to his rooms that you recall.
Who escorted him? Wasn't it Tilly that took him back here? Before the Kraken
Tilly-
came in?
Tilly definitely was one of the people that helped escort him, as well as somebody else, like from the crew. The crew basically like took him off, and I either it was the crew, I forget exactly as the DM. Either it was the crew that took him off, and Tilly was reassuring everybody, or Tilly took him off to the side. But either way, you know that it was supposed to be somebody who he trusted to take him to his rooms. Did you want to check the bottle of rum?
Sure.
Yeah, like don't drink it, just like smell it.
Do you want to try a sip of it? We'll see if it's poisoned.
Give it a go.
Do you
Give
have
it
any
just a little
salt
sip.
on you first?
All right, so you can see by looking at the bottle that was the same bottle that the captain was drinking from all day next to his body. However, you notice that the inky blue sediment in this bottle looks like the dregs from a blue lily flower, the poison that kills within minutes.
Well, definitely looks like the rum has been poisoned. Maybe we need to figure out who was giving him this bottle to drink throughout the day.
Well, if he drank it all day and it kills in minutes, then that means the opportunity to put the flour or whatever in it would
True.
have been when he was probably escorted back in here, or he left the bottle in here and somebody poisoned it while he was at the dinner.
Good observation.
Oh man, can we walk around and look for anything else? Can we look at that piece of paper with the dagger in it?
I was curious on what that might say and if the dagger was pointing at anything in particular, like word-wise.
Okay. So you guys want to go up and inspect the dagger?
Yes.
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
real
Dagger
quick,
and
I
so
note.
do
does
see some blood there.
And the note. Okay, real quick, does anybody else want to do anything? I noticing some people not chiming me in as much.
Yep. No, I think everyone's doing kind of all the stuff that I would want to do. So it's one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just observing.
I would just be roaming around the room and seeing if there's anything that was stolen, like anything that looks out of place. I know it's like ramsacked, but just see if there's anything obvious missing.
Nothing obvious. Really missing.
I was locked in this room for half a day and I don't see anything.
But who is it? Was it Kai or was it Pockets that is more the persuasive one, shall I say?
Oh, well. Yeah, I'm just doing a look around generally for things and stuff.
Okay.
Any other dishevelry that hasn't been mentioned so far.
I think it is more Pockets that is
More Pockets. Okay.
persuasive.
Persuasive
Just
or like the skill.
more like the bard type of behavior. who's your typical type of bard? In
Are you
terms
trying
of,
to seduce the fish?
Yeah. You notice just looking around, Vertec, that there is a safe hidden behind the large portrait of the captain.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's a little bit hidden. Like you can see like a corner of what looks to be the safe, at least. One of the books is the captain's ledger, which the party, I think Taco, you were in here earlier, Taco may have found earlier. And
Proving he was
you
broke
notice by
AF.
when
Yep.
you look through it that the this book contains pages of years of financial transactions. And aside from that, you also notice that the captain's clothing is torn and askew, as though somebody seems to have rifled through his pockets for something. And, however, as you come behind both Lumia and Taco, you notice that a gold-hilted dagger is pinning the title page of the captain's memoir to his dresser. The page reads, "My Journey to Spiros Isle, the Captain Cuttlewash Story."
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna go mosey on over and take a look at that there safe. Currently, my assumption is maybe somebody rifled through his clothing to look for a key to said safe.
However, I really want to say, as you start to leave, you notice that right before you, as you're like taking in the golden hilted dagger, right before you step away, you notice the engraved words property of Angler's Rest engraved
On the dagger?
on the dagger. That's what Vertec notices.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna share that over because the other two were already walking over to look at that page and everything. I'm gonna mention that to them.
Okay. I'm going to have you two roll this, and Vertec going to you for the painting. Okay.
I have no culture.
You notice
Uncultured taco.
that the portrait pulls away from the wall, revealing the safe, which is already unlocked. The only thing inside of the safe is a publishing contract between Basil and the captain. Billy comes up behind you and goes, yeah, well, that used to have 300 gold in it and several copies of the first chapters of the captain's memoir. Whoever
Okay,
broke
so
into this clearly has stolen something.
let's find who has 300 gold on them. Search everybody. No, that's not.
Let's see how you guys did. Did you guys fail? I missed.
Oh, we completely failed a culture.
Yeah, we don't have culture here.
Yeah. You're not entirely sure, but it is definitely of note that the item is from Angler's Rest.
That's
Which,
me.
Kai, you would know that Angler's Rest is the lively coastal tavern in Smuggler's Wharf, owned by Jean de Fuego.
The plot thickens.
The plot thickens.
So we got herbs from the herb person. We got a dagger from the restaurant owner.
And we have missing
contract
book
from the writer.
pages From the writer.
Maybe they're all in on it together.
We search the captain's desk to see if there's anything on there, anything disheveled or anything. We haven't really mentioned that, and it's obviously the centerpiece of the room.
Sure. The main thing that is prominently on his desk would be the ledger.
Well, I'm
Does he
dumb,
have
so
any
I don't see
video
shit.
cameras?
Excuse me. What's a video camera? I'm unfamiliar with this term. Is this some sort of magecraft?
It's a slang term people are using for pet beholders. Pet beholders.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know people had beholders as pets. That's a new one for me. But hey, my life's on the sea, your life's on the land. Perhaps you know more than I.
Very powerful adventures, typically.
No, right? So we got a dead captain. Obviously, someone pilfered his key, I'm guessing. Opened up the safe. Got a dagger inside of a title page of a book. An open porthole. A safe that's missing 300 gold.
But it has a publishing contract.
And I was gonna ask if I could look over that contract to see if anything stands out. Like, is it 700 pages or is it like a 1-page? I suppose I'll owe you some money after you write some stuff. That's wild. So anybody better at studying documents?
Can I just try and like look around and read the contract because everybody else is failing rolls?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for somebody else who's better at contract reading. I'm good at looking around and noticing things, but not really going into detail on documents.
I would think with as much as I like care about money that maybe the contract would be something I'd be interested in.
Okay, you want to try? So if you come over to the contract and Vertek is looking at it, he looks very visibly puzzled. Obviously, this is not his forte, and it's very difficult to decipher what exactly is happening. What would you like to do?
I just kind of like read through it, see if I notice anything about the contract.
Okay. So one thing stands out to you in particular. The contract stipulates that in the event of the captain's death, Basil will receive all royalties from the book and vice versa.
Yeah, that kind of
there's some motive.
That kind of gives incentive
But he never
to all people now.
He never finished the book.
The other thing is though, like he never finished the book, but also like what, like if there's like why would he leave if he was the one that did it? Why would he leave that portion to show that that's the thing as well? Like that would have been something that you would have taken.
That's a good point.
And as you think about that, you notice that both Taco and Lumia are over by the captain's desk, and Taco's looking at this very intense, very dense book of pages of years of financial transactions, and clearly has no idea what is happening with this exactly. I'm
not good with money.
As you make your way over,
gotta carry this fucking group. Okay.
Damn.
As you make your way over, you notice that the captain's coffers are running low, which backs up what Taco had told you guys earlier. But you also notice that the name Jean de Fuego is repeated often. It looks like the captain owed him quite a bit of money. And this new entry, the most recent entry in the book, is from Sylar Griss, who paid the captain 300 gold.
That's really interesting. That's the amount that's missing.
What does it say he paid him for? Or does it?
Tilly is going to look at you guys and say, "What are you guys finding?"
We're finding things and analyzing
We're finding
them.
out that everyone on the boat is pretty much got a motive to kill this guy, and they all seem to have the means too.
What motive would that be? I'm unaware of any motive.
Owed him money, or we're gonna owe him money at some point.
And the safe had money. I mean, that's the most base reason for any of it.
Yeah.
But
It's 300 gold.
That's a good point. 300 gold? To who?
I mean, I only walk around with like 10 to 20 on me all the time. 300 would probably weigh a lot.
Yeah,
see one
that's
limping out
no
of here?
small sum. I knew the captain had kept 300 gold in his safe, but who? What? Who would give, if he owes debt, why would he be given 300 gold? This doesn't make any sense. Who gave him that? Do you know? I thought that was from his own coffers. I mean, obviously, he has treasures, right? Sure, he owes a bar tab here and there. I mean, who hasn't had too much to drink in a night, walked off with owing a bar tab? But how much exactly is he owing? This is new for me. I just thought it was the bar tabs.
could you read back through that log? Who was it that owed that or gave him the money?
Griss.
Silas? Was it?
Tyler Griss. That is not a name that I'm familiar with.
All I know
Pretty
is there
sure
was a
that
big
person's
argument
not-
with Fuego prior to death. There was a dagger from Fuego's restaurant. There's a contract that says when Captain dies, the book author gets all the royalties. There's you know, I mean, the situation you brought up where you get the ship, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's herbs in a bottle of booze from
Can
About the only people that don't have a motive to kill him are all of us. It's kind of interesting.
the picture of the
That's-
captain, where was it slashed at?
It was slashed on the portrait that Vertec has since moved aside to get to
I'm
the.
saying, like, was it his face? Was it his, you know, I don't know, private part? Like a motive for the slash?
It's just the portrait, so it was like across his face. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Because that tells me that, like, not only was there gold as a motive or something else, but it also maybe was a little personal.
very.
Because why
that's
waste your
very
time
fair.
slashing, you know? So,
Have you seen the captain's compass?
I mean, we technically haven't searched the captain yet. Can we search him, period?
I would be fine with that if it helps you with what you need. I do not see it as defiling him.
I didn't want to touch him in case, you know, Tilly got mad or something at me. So,
Oh, of course. No.
definitely.
Anything.
Let's
I
search him and
trust you
see if something's
guys.
no one found. Yeah.
Okay. No, I trust you guys. I
Searching
do not
captain.
suspect you. And as you go over and you guys search him, you notice that the compass is missing.
Does he have anything else in his pockets or on his person that's suspicious?
Unfortunately, no. It looks like anything he may have had is either not all that important, like maybe like trash, or something was taken. If there was anything besides the compass, but you know for sure the compass is not there.
Okay. And I investigated the porthole. There were no marks or anything on it. I mean, I know you said it's not very people friendly, but
Yeah, no.
okay.
But looking at the porthole, I mean, it's definitely it was
a hole.
open when you got here. It's a hole. You can throw things through it. May not be able to squeeze through it and like enter and leave through it, but
That's what I was thinking, is maybe can I put my head out of it and like look down?
yeah. As you look down though, the ship has progressed in its voyage. All you see is the water crashing against the base of the ship.
Nothing hanging on the edge of the ship or anything.
Nothing is hanging. No.
All right.
Honestly, how many people are on this ship?
Probably the staff, like 15.
Yeah, just the people that you guys met at the banquet, and then the staff that are taking part.
Okay.
There's
Can
about
I
4
take
or
a
5
look at the
guests.
shoes? They look really
That
comfy.
difficult to search every person on the ship. Like, somebody had some of the stuff that was missing or arranged.
Yeah. Kai, as you're looking around as well, you notice a mirror on the wall. However, something's off about this mirror. As you look into this mirror, you see the best version of yourself. And you begin to hear almost like compliments and positive affirmations being whispered into your ears. What would that sound like for you?
You got great teeth.
So you stare at yourself and you're like, I do have great teeth. And you smile into the mirror. And as you're caught up in that compliment and that like feeling of like good vibes, you notice a small inscription that reads H. Now you can see what I see. P.
Did you say H? Now you could see what I could see, and then P?
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
H, comma, now you can see what I see, and then from P, basically. And Tilly kind of sits there for a moment. I hate to say it, but it looks like perhaps Jean might have done this all Sea Dog in. perhaps we should interview our suspects and check the cargo hold. The captain was using it to store something private. Wouldn't give me any details. He just told me the crew, it was off limits. So where to next?
I think before we go investigate anything, we should figure a way to, I don't know, be healthier. Because 2 of us have 1 hit point.
Do we still have 1 hit point?
You still have 1
Or
hit
does-
point, yes.
Oh,
You're stabilized.
I didn't know
I've just
if
been
it
limping
like
around.
I
didn't know
will
if it refreshed.
let me see if I can restore you guys at all, because I mean, technically you haven't really taken a recharge. So if you guys want to take a full recharge,
Never go
can.
full recharge.
or a quick recharge. Could always go a quick recharge.
Get
What does that mean
get the
in
medic
English?
patching them up while we're walking around.
Like a short rest.
Yeah, it's like a short rest versus a long rest, if you will.
I do like how we were living on 1 hit point for a very long time and looking at a dead guy and like,
We're-
oh,
Like we're
I'm, like,
floating around
bleeding
poison
out.
and
barely
daggers.
alive, but you know.
Okay, Kai's just been literally limping around. He found a
So-
mirror. He looks beat up. It looks great in the mirror though.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
looks fine in the mirror. He looks gorgeous even.
So if we take a charge, how much hit points and stuff does that? You know, like I don't know the semantics of that part.
There you go. That's how. Like half.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's better than me and
Right.
Dad are having 1. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Veertech obviously hid the entire time during the last fight. It's because he didn't lose
I
any hit
did.
points. So.
I did. That's
He's a mast hugger. He was just hugging the mast.
that's what the best
Along
defenders
my-
do. They defend their own life.
Along the right side of my face is just like the tentacle suckers just imprinted on my face.
It's like when you go and get like the suction cup, like massage therapy things, you just have those circles on your back still. It's like little suckers are like on various parts of your body still.
Alright, so do we have like a consensus that we can't really find anything else in here and that we should go check the cargo hold perhaps?
I mean, I think there's been
Yeah.
like 3
Yeah.
perception checks in this room, and one of them was a 3-star. So pretty sure that we found everything that we can find in this area.
I mean, I kind of want his boots, but you know, I'm not that kind of person. So
I thought
Good way
about
to
it.
ask Tilly. Be like, hey, since this boat's yours now, can
that's actually a good idea. Like, can we go look at the cargo hold, Miss Tilly Shawshank?
Well, I suppose if you would really like to go look at the cargo hold, I can try and see how to get in. I don't know if the captain locked it or what, but yeah, we
Well, now
can.
that I think about
can
it,
go look.
maybe talking to other people should be our priority.
talk to other people and then take them with us when we go search basically
Ooh,
the
that's a good
entire
idea.
ship?
Yeah, so we can see their
We can
face when we
gauge
find
reactions.
something fucked up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Good
if you're
idea.
gonna talk to other people, it seems our prime suspect at the moment, based on what you guys found, is Jean de Fuego. So, should that be our first, or how do you guys want to approach this?
Man, I think we should go talk to the person that is most likely the originator of the murder weapon, which would be the poison,
Oh,
Okay.
Mhm.
which would be, I can't
The
remember the name
herbologist.
of my head.
was it Rose?
Talk about that girl with the dog.
Because she was
Yeah.
from the wild woods, kind of like me. So
Yeah.
she would
I mean,
have.
Yeah, it's Rose.
Yeah.
Rose
Can
Lipsis.
we ask Kai, does that flower, do you know if it's local to the area where you live?
Kai,
Local.
it is a local flower. It originates within coastal beachy locations.
So maybe she does, anyone could have it with any general
Yeah,
knowledge.
That's true.
But who's more likely
Yeah.
to be carrying around such a thing is the question.
And you do know that the dagger is Jean's dagger, and that Jean is mentioned multiple times in the ledger.
Well, we at
That's
least
true.
know that the
Maybe
dagger
she
is
should be
from
the
that
first one to
restaurant.
jump on.
Yeah. True. From the restaurant.
She's in the
Um,
ledger the most, or they are in the ledger the most. The dagger.
Also, you know that Basil is owed money if the captain dies.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Where's Tim Curry when you need him?
Right? Get that clue expertise.
Yeah, no crap. Let's go talk to them first.
Who would you like to approach first?
Gene de Fuego.
Yeah, let's
All right.
let's try Jean.
At least I'm thinking you were referring to Clue. I'm not sure what Rocky Horror Picture Show would donate to this.
Dude, Rocky
Experience.
Horror Show is 50 years old this year.
So,
Wow.
oh my gosh, I've not seen it still. You guys ask around, and the crew tell you that they've ushered all of the people to their rooms, or at least insisted that they stay in their rooms. From there, you learn that Jean is currently in their room. What would you like to do?
Let's go to the room.
Okay. The door is closed.
Not.
Let's knock on the door and see if they're there.
Okay. You knock on the door and you hear, after a little bit of time, a bit of wrestling on the inside of the door. Something heavy is being moved across the floor.
Does it jingle?
No.
Like gold coins?
No. A short time later, the door opens just a little creak as part of a distressed looking Jean's face is peering out at you kind of worriedly. Yes, how can I help? What do you guys need?
Just kind of checking in on everybody, seeing how everyone's feeling, seeing how everything's going. I mean, there's been quite a traumatic event happening, right?
Tell me about it. It's horrific.
I mean, you seem like you're doing some energetic stuff in there. You like blockading a door or something to make sure you're safe?
Yeah, and you kind of see like this hint of like either ashamedness or embarrassment. When the Tide Maw attacked, I kind of barricaded the door.
Okay. I mean, that's
when,
fair, I suppose.
When that happened, we just heard you moving things around.
Yes, I had to unbarricade it so I could open it a little.
Hmm.
Just gonna flat out, and I'm gonna ask Tilly, like, or declare to Tilly, like, we need to go in this room and we need to look around. You're the captain. Can you ask permission, or can you grant us permission to go in Jean's room and look around?
Jean, having been standing right there, their eyes widen a little bit and go, What do you need to search my room for? You're more than welcome to come in, but am I what's happening?
Are we the only ones that know the captain's dead?
Well, outside, like game speaking, no,
Yeah, I'm
they know
asking
that the
you, like,
captain's
right now.
dead, but they don't know that it was of poison or anything.
Oh, okay. So they just know the captain's dead. That's even
Yeah, they know
better.
the captain's dead, and you're asking to go into their room at the moment to the second in command.
Okay. I mean, because we could be fucking. Oh, sorry, I keep cussing. We could just be.
You're
big
fine.
Oh my
liars
gosh.
And just be like, yeah, like we're looking for the murder weapon that killed the captain. We don't need to say anything else because we're kind of looking for poison, but we're looking for the murder weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking for the missing stuff.
And
Oh.
stuff missing from his cabin.
Well, give me a second, and the door closes, and you hear more wrestling as like you hear grunting, as like Jean is like pushing stuff that is clearly heavy to the side, and then they open the door a moment later, and it's wide enough now that you can actually come in. Now that the
Giggity.
scary Tide Maw is gone.
And I forget, did we get a rundown of who all was on the deck previously?
Yes, I can go back and get you that list if you would like.
It was all of them.
It was basically everybody. Yes, was on the deck.
Before
Except
the
for
side
during the
attack,
fight.
everyone, yep.
Yeah.
All right. So is there room for all of us in there? Can we all go in or?
Yes, come on in. I mean, it might be a little cozy, but please, I do not want to stop you from finding whatever this murder weapon is.
The first thing I want to do is I want to see what the heck she was moving around, or he.
You noticed that Jean had moved over. It's a little embarrassing. A dresser and like a stool that was like propped up on top of the dresser to kind of like barricade the door from opening much, and then a chair that was propped up angularly against the dresser to cause more of an issue for the door to open should somebody
So
just
with
be able
my
to push the
limited roll
dresser aside.
intelligence, I could tell that basically the sound that they were making was the barricading of the door.
Yeah, they were they're trying to unbarricade the door.
Okay. Okay. Can I ask Jean, what did you do? This, like, the thing attacked,
Yes.
and then where did you go first before you came to your room?
I immediately fled to my room because I am not ashamed to admit I am no adventurer like you are. I'm no mate, and you all are well more equipped to handle these things. I am but a humble actor, and I prefer my danger beyond the stage where there is no real danger except for in our minds. And yes, I just would rather hide. I'm sorry. Thank you for
One more
protecting
question
us.
for me, and everyone else can open up. How much money did the captain owe you? Or were you upset about the fact? How do you feel about how much money the captain owed you?
Let's see. He was
Dr.
a
Taco
regular
over
at
here.
my bar, the Angler's Rest, if you don't know. And he ran up a tab of 3,000 gold. Yeah. Never
Ugh.
paid it, unfortunately. But, you know, I was going to book this limited event and see if I could possibly get my money back or convince him to pay off the sum by showing up at our tavern, drawing enough money to maybe pay off the debt. But, well, can't do that now, I guess.
Because he's dead.
Yeah.
How much money did he owe to you specifically?
3,000 gold.
What
Yeah.
a
It's a heck of a
coincidence
bar
that the
tab.
amount of gold missing from the states also started
No,
with the number
3.
3.
Oh.
And it had 2 zeros.
Bum, bum, bum.
Don't tell him that part.
Is that what you guys were arguing about earlier? Making a scene on the boat? The
Yes,
money situation?
I was trying to ask him if he has so much of this treasure that we're going to go see, why he can't just pay it off. And he said that it's complicated. And I said, well, why can't you just be in my shows at my bar so that we can attract people? And he didn't want to do that either. So yeah. And then the Tide Maw attacked, so I ran and hid.
Did it ever occur to you that he might have been taking everybody there to show them that the real treasure are the friends made along the way?
I want to hit Vertek in the back of the head. Right now. Roll for initiative right now.
For initiative.
Oh my goodness.
Just imagine the whole party's just slow turn to Vertec.
I'm gonna have as deadpan a look on my face as possible when I ask that too.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
Jane just kind of goes, but anyway, what was this murder weapon? I
That's beside the point. Can we start looking around the room?
It's an active
Please.
investigation.
Of course, but I mean, if it was a dagger, I brought one with me.
Oh yeah,
But I
where's
haven't-
that dagger at then?
It should be in my luggage. And Jean goes over to their luggage and starts opening it in front of everybody and rifling through it and goes, "It was right here." And then they pause, seeing that it was gone.
Uh-oh.
So what made
And
you
then-
ask if the murder weapon was a dagger?
Yeah.
Well, you said weapon, and a dagger is a weapon. So
It can also be used to cut up your steak on a plate too.
true.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be.
Well, before that outage was just given out, what would a non-adventurer be doing with a dagger on a ship cruise?
Ooh,
Hmm.
Yeah. Good
I
question.
I brought it aboard. And don't judge me. 3,000 gold is a lot, okay? There's a lot at stake. I just wanted to scare him a little bit. I didn't want to hurt him. It was never intended to hurt him. It was just more of like, now listen here. I have a dagger, okay? Pay the 3,000 gold or be scared.
Be scared.
So I'm just gonna throw this out there. You're obviously, and I'm gonna do one of these little like head to toe, like obviously more of a lover than a fighter type. Do you believe that would have scared a pirate captain who's been on adventures and lost people, friends, family, like
Look, it's
journeyed the
it's
seven
been
seas?
years. It was worth a try, okay? And if I act, maybe I can be scary when I act. I don't know.
Is this the confrontation that happened on the deck, or is this something that happened in private
Yeah.
quarters?
No, not it hadn't
Oh,
happened.
we
yet.
noticed.
I wasn't
You're
going,
going to do it.
Yeah, if the first try didn't work, I was going to try and scare him after that. And clearly the first try didn't work. But it looks like I won't get another chance at getting my refund of
I mean,
money.
So-
that he
you're
owes
technically
me.
scammed for $2,700 right now if you did steal the gold. So that would be kind of.
I have a question for you. Who has had access to your room?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, you would hope that somebody would not enter into another person's room, but I guess clearly anything is possible. Perhaps the crew are not well paid enough to ensure that people don't go into the rooms, or some sort of modicum of modesty is missing in somebody. But look, it was here in my luggage. I was hiding it. I was not intending on using it except for maybe to threaten him to pay us back the 30,000 gold. But
Does anyone know you have the dagger?
I don't know. Honestly, I just...
I need a refresher for us.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, we were in people's rooms before the thing, right?
You were
We were
specifically...
Yeah.
You were specifically in Rose's
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Roses.
Okay.
Playing with the shell that wouldn't shut up.
But now we're asking, hey, who would go in your room? You know, like,
Yes.
it's like we were. Okay,
I was just
Yeah.
wondering if he invited anyone into his room.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No.
Oh my.
Oh my. But if you do
Oh
want
my.
some tea like that, and like kind of like getting like that like little bubbly of like, you know, the way that gay guys get, I saw Basil and Rose looking really cozy last night. That's all I know. I'm sure he
Alright,
knows
can-
something. After all, he's the
can-
biographer. So
Can we search the room?
yeah, of course.
All right. Just make us roll dice rolls that I'm going to fail at. I mean, the closet. I'd like to check the dresser. I want to know why it's so heavy.
Sure. Well, you
that chuckle.
Maybe I don't want to check the dresser. I changed my
Yeah,
mind. Someone
that
else
chuckle.
check the dresser.
I'd like to check the
Please.
dresser. Well, okay.
Success.
you check the dresser and you see a lot of extravagant looking clothes, like the one that Jean is wearing currently. So it's like it's extra heavy because of the number of outfits. Like
Okay.
Jean may as well be like the typical girl that brings like the extra
7
large
pair of underwear.
suitcase with them for a
Yeah.
3-day trip.
You're there for 3 days. Why do you need 17 outfits? You never know. Okay.
Yeah,
You never know.
that seems to be Jean.
Is
Never
there anything
knowing.
else in the room that could hold a bunch of gold or,
No,
flowers?
not that you can tell. There's definitely no flowers. No nothing. It's very much.
Is there a porthole in this place?
Yeah, there's a porthole, but the windows seem to be closed at the moment. By the way, if you could find my dagger, if it wasn't, of course, the murder weapon, could you kindly return that to me? It's kind of special.
Keep an eye out for it. Keep an eye out.
Thank you. I'd hate for it to be in the wrong hands, though. I don't know. I fear that it may have already been, but if you're not saying that the dagger was the murder weapon, then I'd still rather make sure it's not in the wrong hands.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Before we go, has the captain bought any alcohol off of you and brought it on the ship, or did you bring alcohol on the ship or anything?
No. I honestly was told everything was going to be supplied.
Okay.
What are you looking for, Kai?
No, it was just on my screen.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I had
Sorry, I
requested
missed it.
yeah, you're good. You're good.
Let's take
That
a
was a
note
perception
to
check to
that.
look at Jean's ass. Good job.
It's great.
Aside from that, the room looks immaculate. It looks like it wasn't really, upturned to find this dagger. Clearly, whoever was looking for something was very careful to maybe put things back where they found them in a way that Jean clearly didn't know that the dagger was missing.
I would like to ask Tilly what she thinks about Jean. Like, is she satisfied with our investigation in the room? She is the captain,
Well,
does she have an opinion?
well, I don't think Jean really knows much about herbs. No offense to Jean, but yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. Clearly, that was a shock to her that the dagger was missing. Though I'm curious why Basil and Rose were brought up.
It was deflection.
Very possibly. Or it was something she saw suspicious. I don't know.
Maybe.
That being said, they are two whatchamacallits. I forgot what the word is.
Hippies.
Woodlanders. They're two woodlanders that are a bit cozy, but a very interesting pair, especially with Rose's age. Very interesting indeed. And there was the flower and the debt to Basil. So
yeah, and the contract and everything. They're in separate rooms. Can we go to one of their rooms next? Are you guys happy with this room?
Yeah, I say
for
we
now.
go to
I don't see anything, yeah.
Rose specifically.
All right. Which room do we want to go to next, guys? We want to go see Basil or we want to go see Rose?
I vote for Rose.
I
Sure.
also vote-
Has it been said everyone else has been in their room?
yeah, basically.
I would say
Tilly said when she
Baze.
brought us in there that everyone had been taken to their room.
Okay.
When we went in the captain's cabin, one of the lines was that she took everyone to their room.
Mm-hmm.
So we've already been in Rose's room, so we know kind of what's in there and what to expect, and we've kind of checked that
And-
place head to bottom. So I would say Basil. That way, the more time you give people to cover their tracks, the
Yeah, you're
harder
right.
it's gonna
Not to
be.
mention, we might get more suspicious information from Basil that might point more fingers. Who knows? Who knows?
True.
All right, let's go talk to Basil first. Good job. I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Wait.
Tilly takes you over to Basil's cabin. And when you knock, he seems a bit nervous about the murder in particular.
Hey there,
Yes,
Basil.
yes.
How's things going with you? I know there's some tension on the ship right now. How are you feeling?
I don't know. I don't know. And he's like wringing his hands in nervousness. And you kind of notice a slight sway. He had kind of been pacing previously, and now that like same energy is like there as he's like trying to hold in like this anxiousness. And he's like, I don't know what to take of this. This is all a lot. Obviously I was hired to write a book, and now he is dead, and I don't know.
Basil's a little ball of nerves. I would like to be very loud and grumpy and basically ask, but at the same time insinuate, we know that if the captain died, you got all the money from the book. Explain yourself.
That's true. However, the problem is, in order to receive all of the royalties from the captain's memoir, it needed to be the whole book, but I only have the first chapter written. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. Like, you know, if he is not here to finish the book, there is no book.
I mean,
I
you
don't
could
know.
make it all up.
Why was
At
that
this
even
point.
like? Why is that even a clause? Normally, when I go to someone and say, "Yeah, you want to write a book," someone's death really isn't a part of that.
I don't know, but it was both ways, you know. If I die, he got all of the credits. If he dies, I got all the credits. It was a way to share the burden of who gets what. You know, I get credited for the writing, he gets credited for the storytelling. It was split.
Can we have a
evenly.
picture of this guy up on the screen? Because Gene
Yeah,
is
sorry.
freaking me out.
Sorry.
There we go. Okay, now I really want to be like, okay. Man, like I'm just my brain. Like he's the one with the absolute most everything to do this. He's got the book thing, and because of his heritage, he's got the herb thing. No matter what you say, he knows. I want to. Man.
And the captain dying is a good story. You know?
Exactly. Oh, that's a really good point.
You know, like that's exciting for the audience who's reading it.
What was the name of the lily?
I think it was a Bane lily.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Oh, I want to do the same thing we did last time. I want to like do the like, hey, do you mind if we look around your cabin to see if we could find the murder weapon of the captain?
The murder weapon. Yeah, absolutely. And he opens the door and steps aside and welcomes you in. Please, like I honestly, I would never, my whole paycheck rode on finishing this book with him, and if something's in here, I would rather you guys find it. I don't know what's going on. You think he was murdered?
Well, it's
Didn't the
very,
crew
very
tell everybody he
possible.
was murdered?
Only
was
do
that?
I.
Didn't the crew tell everybody he was murdered?
They told him he was
he
found dead.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, like, so as far as these guys go, he was choking and he was escorted to his cabin, and then a short while later he was pronounced dead.
Okay.
Well, to us, the murder weapon could have been the food, so we're still looking for a murder weapon.
Yeah.
I blame drinking too much.
We did drink a lot before we got on here.
He did. He drank a lot.
I go. So, what in the room is available to look at? A
Just,
dresser, a closet?
kind of everything. But if you want to, you can always ask him questions about whatever it is that you're looking for in particular. He opens himself to all of you and says, like, whatever questions you have, please, I would like to aid whatever you need. I promise I didn't do this. This is crazy. You're welcome to look through if you must. Oh no. Poor pockets.
When you don't put a nerd book in front of them.
Exactly.
Womp
Huh.
So, you know, while we're peeking around, there's no need for this to not be, you know, a semi-pleasant, as pleasant as can be experience. Do you happen to have any tea we could cook up? Like, I don't know. I've heard lily tea is really yummy. Do you have any kind of
Lily
lilies?
tea. I honestly, I mean, as much as I like tea, I didn't bring any aboard with me. Honestly, I apologize. I don't really have anything to offer you. I mainly just have blank manuscripts on hand. After all, I was hired to write a biography.
Well, manuscript tea is
So-
just no good. I've tried that before. It's not delicious.
Yeah, paper is not exactly yummy to eat.
Yeah. So we'll just not do that. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm here to play the opposite game. I can smell your fear.
Playing good cop, bad Chaffee.
That's right.
Or
I-
wait, no, good cop, bad Kai.
What are you? I mean, obviously, yes, the captain dying on the way to our voyage to Spiros Isle is kind of scary. I'm
It's
sure
even more
Tilly.
scary when everything points to you.
I don't understand what would point to me. I didn't do anything. I mean, sure, we have a contract, but I didn't do anything. I would never. The contract states whoever dies owns the rights to the book. There is no book. There's only a chapter 1. I haven't even finished chapter 2. And who knows how many chapters it's going to be. Especially with this guy. Have you seen his ego?
Well, I mean, we know how many chapters there are going to be at this point. If you haven't written any more than one, there's going to be one chapter. It's going to be a one chapter book. Unless you go into some absolute author liberties and create some potential fiction based on a real story.
Has he told you the story? Do you have the information for the story?
No, I was just going through, like, I mean, obviously there's the tales, right? I mean, he points at Kai. He's like, you've been around the area. You've heard the legends. But, you know, our grand idea was to delve deep into the mystery behind the legends, you know, like, how did this all start? How did he find Spiros Isle? You know, what was it like? And also seeing with my own eyes the voyage of Spiros Isle. And being able to articulate the grandness of it, that, you know, he won't be able to. Of course, there's like the glorified version in his mind of the good old days, but I don't know. We just took it slow, one step at a time. I'm looking for a good quality biography here.
If there's anything
Sure,
I learned,
yeah.
is don't meet your heroes.
Yeah, that's true. Many of them are very fancified for who they actually are, if you catch my drift.
Yeah. Speaking of fancified and people, you know, not really knowing them and whatnot. So have you gotten to know much about anybody else on the ship here? Have you like, let's say like Rose? Have you talked to Rose very much at all? I guess we could start with her. Like, what do you know about Rose?
Well, Rose and I, well, we get along well. We are similar in age, and she's a lovely woman, but I don't know really much beyond that, especially anybody else. But, you know, we're both Woodlanders, so there's a little bit of a connection there in terms of things. And he kind of blushes a little bit.
Being weird.
look, I once wrote her a love letter. Okay.
How'd she take that?
So-
Was it good? In your
I don't
estimation,
know.
and then in her estimation.
I'm hoping she took it good. I mean, the other night we spent together. Well, we get along well. I don't know how else to explain it, but well,
Did she say why she's here?
I assumed to be with me, possibly. But I don't know really beyond that, to be honest.
Does she have any family?
I mean, Woodlanders of our age, we have a lot of family, but she is of a different type of Woodlander from even myself. While I am distinguished in my writing, she is of a different type of distinguishment, if you will.
Are you calling her a hooker?
No. I'm saying she's a fine lady. She's a fine lady of
okay.
class.
Raised on different sides of the river, so to speak.
Yes, exactly. And I'm hoping, of course, my sophistication is of appeal to her, but, who knows? Maybe she's just leading me on.
Oh,
How did she get tickets for this?
From what I was told, her daughter bought it for her. And that is
that's right.
something that, you guys would remember.
I totally
I was
remember.
just making sure the story matched up.
Very fair.
Hazel, how do you feel about daggers?
Daggers. I want nothing to do with those. I am much more sharp with my words than I would be with a dagger.
That's totally something Basil would say.
What's your take
All right,
on Jean de Fuego?
De Fuego. I've heard about their retellings, their theatrical performances, if you will, and I admire it from a writer's perspective. I think De Fuego is a lover of the performance of arts, and I don't think that they would ever hurt a soul. Kind of a pushover, I would think.
And how about Tilly?
Oh, go for
Oh, sorry. You're next guy.
it. No. Keep going. Keep going.
What's your take on Tilly?
Well, I mean, obviously, unfortunately, the captain is dead. But I would trust Tilly with my life to steer us to safe waters and keep us safe.
Fair. Okay. I think those are the only four, main characters outside of us, right?
I believe so.
Am I forgetting anybody?
There's a few others, but those are the main ones that came up in your search.
Hey, would you have any misgivings about anybody else on the ship? Anybody that stands out?
Not really. I mean, I was sent here to write a book, and so that's kind of all my plot is in all of this, is to be here to help write a book.
See,
You would
reason
think
that's
for somebody
exactly
that
why I was
writes a
asking.
book, you would be
Yeah.
interested in other people's stories.
Their character, how they portray themselves, the kind of the way they
Normally-
behave around others.
Influences.
Normally sure, but in this particular instance, I'm more interested in the retellings of the original story that everybody loves and has heard, at least in our local region. And Captain, his major importance was making sure that I got the original events exactly to his intent. So yeah. I haven't, I mean, I catch things here and there. I mean, I don't think anybody here is really of of murderous intent, if that's what you're asking me, but I also have been more focused on the numerous rewritings that the captain has had for each of the chapters to ensure that it is exactly as he would like it to be portrayed.
So you're saying it was kind of aggravating working for the captain?
But what biography is not aggravating? After all, it is your story to tell, not mine. And if I slightly represent something a little bit wrong compared to what you're thinking it should be, perhaps that's worth negotiating and figuring out. Because after all, if I'm being paid to write a biography or a book, it should be portrayed as you wish it to be.
So, have you been spending a lot of time with the captain alone then?
Often, yes, because after all, I have to go through like how he got the Tipsy Pearl and how he got to Spiros Island and the treasures that he got there and things like that. But he also wanted me to have a little bit of creativity when it came to how the island looks, so that I could appeal to the viewer.
Do you have access to his room at all time, or?
We typically met in like the more common areas, or just an area over food. We would eat and we would chat, and he would boast about his old days, as I'm sure he likes to remember. And
So
that
you're
was what I was
saying
here for, is recording how he remembered things going.
So you're saying that you never went into his quarters to do this?
I would prefer not to, personally. Obviously, I gave him the manuscripts and he held them for me as we approved them so that they would be in a safe space. I mean, who knows what could happen with the wrong
Is there
information.
anything valuable in those manuscripts that others would be interested in?
Perhaps, you know, the whole expedition of going to Spiros Island and the glory of it all. Perhaps that would be something that would be of interest to him, but outside of that, I can't really say anything that would be of interest. It's very much his own point of view, and I tried very hard to record that.
Is there any reason why people on the ship might not want you to finish this book?
No,
Any
not that I can
incriminating?
say. I mean, after all, a lot of us are here because of those exact stories. Reliving what he went through and understanding the perils of the sea and the glory of the riches. I mean, he did promise riches for all of us once we got there.
Anybody else on this ship that was around for that voyage?
Not for the initial voyage, no. From what I understand, a lot of us are here just for the chance to go along with him for a second voyage to the Isle of Spiros.
You're a
Did he say
professional
anything?
writer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Quick, spell anti-savageryism. Do it now, now.
That's a lot of pressure.
I knew it. I knew it. You can't
do you
spell,
know?
guys.
There are drafts for a reason, sir.
No.
Did the captain ever talk about having a map back to that previous destinations and or where we're heading now, or was he doing it all by memory?
I believe it was all by the compass. I don't know. He said that he followed a compass to this undisclosed location, which later became Spiros Island. And that is how he intended on getting us there again, was by following his compass.
And I'm assuming, after all the perception checks, that while we've been talking to him, we've been actually looking around, and those perception checks have gone through.
Yeah,
Have we
you don't
found
find
anything?
anything.
We good to move on then?
I think we're good to move on here.
I think we
Okay.
grilled the nerd long enough. I mean, the bookworm. I mean, Basil.
Do you say that out loud?
No, duh.
Okay.
I wouldn't be that rude.
Where would you guys like to go next? You can go to Rose. You could look around. You could go to the cargo hold.
Man, I think we should go talk to Rose before,
Mm-hmm.
Yep, let's go talk to Rose.
Okay. You wander over with Tilly's help, and you go and speak to Rose. And as you knock on the door and she arrives, she seems like a sweet old lady who's concerned after the captain. Did you find anything about the captain's death?
Potentially found a thing or two.
Is there a threat on board, or?
Oh, I mean, surely there is. Surely there is. But I guess I'm gonna turn to Tilly real quick and just say, just out of curiosity, just to make sure, has it been like standard practice to keep everyone in their rooms after an event like what's happened today? Is everyone kind of bound to their rooms at this point?
It's not exactly like they're bound to the rooms. We just ask that they remain in the rooms just so that we can get to the bottom of what exactly is happening.
Okay. We at least have the cargo hold secured, right?
Yes, that's always been secured per the captain's orders, of course.
Okay. Got it. Boy. So yeah, Rose, we've been making our rounds, just talking to people, just seeing what everybody might maybe knows or does not know. Just kind of feeling everything out. Can't really talk about anything we've found thus far, but just curious if you wouldn't mind us taking a look around. It's kind of the standard practice with investigations. We've been checking out everyone's room so far.
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to, and I'm so sorry about the captain. And you see, like, she's starting to get a little bit tearful as she talks, like realizing that like this is real. The captain is dead. Something has actually happened, and she opens the door, and she goes, I feel free to ask me whatever you have that you must ask me. You're welcome to look around.
Okay, and I'm gonna do the perception. I'm gonna keep looking around as we chat.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring the same question up, like, hey, so while we look around, we may as well make this as pleasant as possible, right? Are you an enjoyer of tea? Do you happen to have any tea? I've heard a lily tea lilies make a lovely tea.
I mean, lily tea. I suppose it depends on the lily, of course. But I mean, yes, I like tea as much as the next woodlander. If she looks over at Lumia, I'm sure you like tea as well. After all, we're very connected to Earth. But why are you bringing up tea and lilies of particular?
Who doesn't like to relax with tea? It's very relaxing. It's almost ritualistically relaxing, isn't it? And I don't know. I heard somebody mention lilies before, and I've never tried a lily tea. Why is that?
Yeah.
How many varieties of lily make a good tea? And which ones taste terrible?
I mean, there's some teas that you shouldn't have. There's some lilies they're much better for tea. There's some that are much more pretty just to look at, of course. But I mean, it depends on the region, I suppose. But I didn't bring any, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd share some.
Okay. So no lilies at all.
I mean, no, not really. No.
Are we inside the room, or just like able to look from the door? Or...
She has the door open, and she's like stepped back to kind of, her body language is welcoming you to check her room, but she's chatting with Vertex specifically at the moment.
Just by glance, do we notice anything looking, because we've been in this room, do we notice anything that is different than when we were there before?
Nothing outside of when you guys were last in her room, no.
Is the seashell still singing?
Yeah, I was gonna
It
say.
is still singing, yes.
So it's slightly distracting. Do you know how do we turn this thing off, or can we change songs?
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I kind of like a nice ambiance. And she goes over and she turns it off. And she just kind of speaks to it the right words and it stops.
That's
Can
fascinating.
I listen for those words?
Yes, I can DM them to you later.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, that's fascinating. I've seen those before. I've just never seen anybody operating them. Can you turn it back on? And then like, can you change songs, or is it just one song only?
I suppose it depends on the shell. But I particularly like this song, I suppose. I mean, after all, I'm a big fan. That's why I'm here. I was very grateful my daughter got me the ticket to come. But
What
yeah.
part about this makes you a big fan?
I mean, it's all very grandeur, like, you know, going on this open seas and getting treasure and just becoming well known. It's all grandeur.
Do you find it a coincidence that the captain choked on a pearl and your dog's name is Oyster?
Your eyes widen. I mean, I don't really know what to say to that. That hadn't actually occurred to me until now.
Don't listen to him. More importantly, how do you feel about Basil?
Oh, Basil. Well, and like you see like this slight little like redness on her cheeks. She's like, I rarely get the chance to flirt at my age, dear, and I've been making the most of it. Of course, I've seen his letters, and I'm very flattered by his words.
Have you told him that?
I mean, I was attempting to a little bit when we were hanging out last, but I mean, come on, a lady of my age being doted upon. Could you imagine? It's very nice. It's a very good feeling.
Did I, when I looked at that ledger, did I notice how much money she's owed, or if she's owed any at all, or was her name on the ledger?
The thing that stood out to you the most was what Jean was owed, which did kind of accumulate up to what Jean suggested, which was about 3 grand.
Okay.
So, has anybody else on this this voyage stood out as being particularly aggressive, or just stand out in any way, shape, or form that might make them suspicious in maybe a situation like this?
I don't know. Perhaps Jean. I mean, after all, I saw Jean arguing with the captain. I don't know if she's hiding something or anything, but yeah, that's probably about the only sort of aggression I've really seen. Yeah. I don't really know. I am really sad to hear that, you know, the captain died, and it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
And
Yeah, checks out.
And then did you roll? Am I missing somebody?
Doesn't look like pockets rolled.
Okay. I'll wait for that. But at the very least, for those of you that passed, and I think, was it Vertex that got 2?
Taco.
It was Taco.
Taco got 2. As she mentions, the death of the captain, there's underlying anger there.
So on this ship, it seems like there's a lot of
Animosity?
well, there's a lot of reasons why people might be expecting some kind of compensation from the captain. What was your relationship with the captain like?
I mean, I wouldn't say I really have too much of a relationship. I mean, I'm here to see, what this voyage is all about. Perhaps see his own voyage from my own eyes. After all, his tales have gone far and wide, and if you haven't heard of them, well, I at least have. So it's very nice to be a part of something elaborate, if you will.
Anybody in your family have any kind of connection to the captain?
Not that I know of. Why are you suggesting that I'm here because of partiality?
Oh no, I'm just curious why somebody would end up buying you a ticket to this, because it seems like you enjoy it and everything, but it doesn't seem like something that you may have mentioned to somebody that would have been a super like, well, I'll get you a ticket as a gift then type of situation.
Oh, they know how much of a fan I am of stories, and to actually be in one is very nice, especially at my age. I mean, after all, who knows how many years I actually have left on me. And what better way than to have a story to go out with, if I go out at all.
Man. So you're kind of in the don't really know much about anything going on with this situation, right? Like you don't know anybody who may have had some reason to exit the captain. You don't really have any connections to the captain.
Not that I know of. I mean, honestly, it's just at the time of the Tide Maw attack, I was awoken by this darling puppy, and she like raises up Oyster a little bit. She's like, I was sleeping and suddenly I was awoken by his barking, and I mean, that was just terrifying. Did you feel how the ship was like suddenly moving in different directions, or like just the attack in general? It was terrifying.
Yeah, I felt it in my bones.
Awoken? Weren't you
laughing
out
as
on
the DM, not as her.
Awoken? Weren't you out on the deck prior to the attack like everybody else?
I mean, I was when I believe I was when the captain was coughing, but we were all like taken to our rooms, I think. I don't know. So much has happened in just one day. Look, what I will say is, after I returned to my cabin, clearly somebody else has been in here. There were things that weren't exactly as I had left them, and I don't know. Perhaps somebody else is
crazy.
right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what somebody could be looking for. I don't know what somebody would want with my room, at least. I mean, I'm just, I'm a woodlander lady.
Was it me?
Okay. But if you ask me, Jean seems pretty suspicious if you're looking for who did it, The money that she owed, I mean, that argument. Ugh, atrocious.
Wait a minute.
Right.
So
I'm gonna do another
did anybody
perception
tell
roll. I
her
know.
that she that there was a murder, or just that the captain was dead?
She knows that the captain is dead, but she's suspicious of Gene because of the argument they publicly had before his death. What are you looking for, Vertek?
Just in general, she said that things have been moved around and whatnot. I know I rolled when we came in, but also doing another roll specifically because she said stuff had been moved around, and we'd done some snooping before going up to the top before.
As a DM, you don't see anything different from the way you left them,
Mm-hmm.
but the way that you left them seems to have been different than the way that she left them.
Hmm.
At least a little bit, enough to let her know somebody was there that she suspects.
Okay. Because I know we fiddled around with the shell. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shell was definitely in a different place than she remembered it being.
We've asked her how she knows if she knows the captain before this. We asked her that yet? Like,
Yeah.
if they've ever met before?
Yeah, you guys were just asking her like why she chose to be on here, what about the captain, etc.
Well,
And it was
yeah, what was
mainly
her
all due
relationship?
to, yeah, it was all due to like just the history and the like meeting your fanciful legends, if you will.
Hmm.
So, gonna kind of turn to the group a little bit and just kind of say, so like I don't know, it seemed like there was some look of animosity or anger. There was some kind of a negative reaction talking about Captain's death, but we can't seem to get any kind of connection from her on why she might feel that animosity.
I want to
She's
ask
just not
Tilly
talking.
if she knows anything about this woman and the captain. Like, was Tilly on the first voyage? I can't remember. Like the one he's famous for? I can't remember off the top
The
of my head.
I
author
can't
said
recall.
no.
I can't recall either. I just know that Tilly is his first mate, like the second in command. I will look back through the books to tell you what happened in session 1 to let you know, but regardless, Tilly was with you during the fight and helped you fight off the Tide Maw. And then after the Tide Maw, they discovered the captain was dead.
Okay, she was not on the original journey. I just read her little thing, so
Okay.
she wouldn't know. I'm just trying to figure out where the whole animosity comes.
Maybe she likes him.
I'm
She's
just
such a
saying,
big
like,
fan.
okay, obviously we just have pictures and we're trying to develop stuff, you know, because it's not exactly perfect. Like,
Maybe it's
this
like
thing's
never meet
called
your
the
heroes.
Tipsy Pearl, and all I see on this woman is pearls.
Mhm.
So like my brain like makes me think of like, you know, like maybe she's a ghost that lives on a boat. There's like 100 million things. There's just a lot of pearls on this woman, and she's on the Tipsy Pearl, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he did
Well-
choke on a pearl.
Oh, Doggo has a pearl in the bow.
Probably shits pearls.
A lot of pearls.
Exactly. That's
tailor's.
where I can't get past like that line. So
But you also know that there is a name in the ledger that Tilly does not recognize.
what name was
Sure.
that?
That was
What was
the
it, Cass
Silas
something
name
or other?
something.
Silas.
Like
Yeah.
stylus wrist.
Silas.
Sylar. I
Sylar.
think.
Oh,
Whatever you guys have for your notes on what is happening.
True. I always asked about it. Did you know someone called Sylar Gris?
I don't know that name at all. Were they aboard? Because I didn't see them upstairs. If so, I was trying to make an effort to meet with everybody.
No, I don't think so. Anyways,
Hmm. Why do you ask?
it's a name that appeared on a ledger, and we're trying to figure out who it is because it's a big sum of money.
Oh, I don't know. It's interesting.
All right, well, tell you what, folks. Unless any of you have any other questions, we can always circle back
we can
after
always-
we finish
yeah,
our investigation elsewhere.
I don't know if I keep saying it's Siler Gris, like with a G, like gorilla, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, just making sure.
Like Gristle, but less ol. All right.
Suddenly, the ship's alarm bell sounds, and Tilly looks at you and says, "Do you see that off in the distance?" And as you're standing in her room, in Rose's room, you see a rowboat away from the ship a little distance, going in the opposite direction from the ship.
It's
Towards
running
an
away from
island.
us?
Yes.
Hmm.
It could be the murderer.
It could.
Yeah, we should
Can also-
probably follow that.
Let's wheel the ship around.
I will go up and I will handle the directions, but you guys should go after and see if you can catch them.
Is there another boat?
There is
man.
currently a rowboat with a cloaked figure, looks like a lifeboat, going away from the ship towards an island in the distance.
What are we supposed to swim? Wait, how are we getting there?
Well, there's a second rowboat. I'm assuming
Yeah.
if it's ours, they took a one of our rowboats, but there should be a second one. Or if you have some sort of crafting capability, I could always try and see what we can find for you to make your own.
Kai, you're good at swimming. I think you should just jump in there.
Kai, aren't you a wave chaser?
Yeah, I am. I can literally walk on the water.
You literally can, yes.
Start running. That's got to be faster than
Right.
rowing.
Yeah. Okay, I'll meet you guys there. I'm just gonna hop off the boat.
Run, Kai, run!
All right, so Kai just leaps from the boat, and I'm assuming you're beginning to water waltz.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Nah.
Oh no.
What is that for? The water waltz? Oh man.
Wow.
Kai, you start to water waltz, and immediately, like the little bit of water that there's there is a little bit tumultuous. As you look up, the sky is starting to have like the darker gray clouds, and it's not the nice typical sunlight that you usually water waltz under. So now Kai is in the water, not exactly drowning, but not exactly water waltzing their way to this rowboat. What are the rest of you going to do?
I'm splashing. I'm like, help.
I'm gonna look for the other rowboat.
Okay. Tilly takes you to the other rowboat and says, "Here, if you want to use this, you can definitely
like-
use this."
The simplest thing. She takes you to the other rowboats.
Well, she knows where the escape rowboats are.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, we had all the action. Like, let me take you to the other rowboats.
Well, let's hop in it.
Let's either that
Yeah,
or I
why?
make you do a perception check to find it. But
Yeah,
Tilly's already with you.
Should we all go? I think we should all go.
We probably need the men.
Exactly.
Possibly.
And women. I say we
Unless-
all go. Let's all jump in the boat and let's
Let's do
go chase that down.
Will Tilly
mean-
park the boat for us here
Well,
so we
Tilly
can come
already
back?
told us to go, so
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I will keep you guys in sight. You will be able to see the Tipsy Pearl. Whoever that is, that might be important.
All right.
Yeah. Should we maybe keep one person behind to check the cargo hold? Make sure that doesn't get tampered with while we're gone.
That's up to you.
Man.
Kai,
This
you
cloaked figure.
got nowhere. You landed in the water. You can maybe run to catch up with us later. Why don't you climb back up and check out that cargo hold while we're gone?
I never learned how to swim.
Kai is in the water at the moment.
He's just down there fucking splashing. And every second we don't decide what to do, he's just closer to death.
So you can't swim, but you can run on water. Awesome. I love
Who needs to
this.
swim when you can usually walk?
Oh, man, that's good.
All right, so let's get the rowboat down there. Let's drag his sorry wet butt out. And before we head down, see if we can throw a ladder or a rope or something off the side to let him climb back up.
Oh
At
my
least one
gosh,
of-
Kai. So you guys, you're able to get the rowboat down to Kai, and it takes a little bit to get him onto the boat. But since a couple of you are a little bit more strength and busty in the terms of like your muscles, you know, you can heave the boat at a much faster pace, meaning that you make up the time that it takes for you to catch up with the anonymous person, the cloaked figure that escapes to the island ahead of you after having gotten Kai. So, Tipsy Pearl, you see like the anchor going down on the side, and it looks like the boat itself is kind of out of commission in general. And as you make your way, you soar across the waves. After a time, you land on the beach in time to see the cloaked figure disappear into the rocks, the rockier area. Your feet hit the sand, and a strange yet beautiful song hits your ears.
We're fucked.
Kind of catchy and echoey.
Give me a second. I'm sorry. I'm still fighting this thing to let me control it.
Can you imagine if the song was this?
Ooh.
The Sandlander's song reminds all who hear it of their happiest memories, drawing them closer towards the creature's powerful jaws.
Does that thing say melodious murderers on it?
Yes, it does.
God.
All right, Stitch, calm down.
All right, as you're hearing this song, what memory does the song evoke from you?
I'm drinking tea out of a critical hit glass with my grandma in 1992.
As a defender type person, I'm just reflecting back upon my perfect blocks and parries that I've done before in glorious battle.
Okay.
I'm in the forest with all the nature and beautiful flowers.
I'm sitting at a desk tinkering with stuff, just messing around and having a good time.
Okay.
The most
Pockets and
bold I
Kai.
made from a cell.
Every time I've jumped off a boat and landed perfectly. Don't let me down. Damn it.
Oh. All right. Everyone but Kai and Vertek. Vertek, you take 2 points of damage. And Kai, you take 2 points of damage.
Next time, think happier thoughts, guys.
Apparently, oh, oops. Oh, okay. It wasn't what I pushed. Got it.
What the fuck?
How do I hurt
44.
myself?
Water's harder than you think.
Well, some of you were already lower on the health sphere, if you will.
Mm.
I'm gonna take you down 2 points, and I'm gonna take you down 2 points, and I'll move you back here, and I'll move you back here, as the rest of you have kind of been able to break free from your the song's hold on you, I should say. Let me
Combat begins.
hold on. I'm supposed to. I need to like look at this again. But Chofo friend. Cancel. Can you just go ahead and hit skip on yours?
Yeah.
just
Let
move
me
through.
find skip.
Okay. It's not letting me adjust your abilities, and I really wish that they had a little bit. I'm gonna put this as a feedback piece, a little bit more of a click and drag, so I can move people to their different areas.
I actually cannot find anything that says skip.
It's not gonna say skip directly. It just means like clicking through your stuff so that it's no longer your turn.
I mean, I can take actions like ranged attack.
Is there nothing that you can do where you don't take an action on your options?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't. I see melee, range, special, heal. The end.
Well, try melee. You're probably not going to be in range of anybody melee wise. Yeah.
Hit Moon. Just do.
Oh no, I'll die again.
Oh no, this
I
taco
wish-
person has the next highest health next to me. No, it doesn't let me attack nothing.
Okay.
It's like I have to take an action.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really do anything with.
Can you just try to move a space and then see if it'll let you in your turn?
Pondering an action.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna
Is there a reason we're skipping?
suggest. Yeah, you're still in the song. You did not pass the thing. That's why you took 2 points of damage. This is the first round.
Oh.
So both you and Kai will have to skip. And it's not letting me make you skip on my end. If there's an obvious way of doing that, it is not obvious to me. Hold on, let me see if I can adjust something here.
Maybe it's not intended to keep someone in a trance. It just entrances them long enough to take a nom out of them.
No, it tells me to put you at the back of the options, at the back of the list. So I don't know how to do that. All I have is start combat. Yeah, this is not very helpful for this. Right clicking isn't helping me. Starting combat just starts the combat. If I try and move you where like Moon is, and then move you guys like this, it doesn't exactly let me move the combat order. Okay, I guess it's kind of random. So Taco, go ahead.
Yes, totally. Let's see what I want to do here. I think I want to range attack this thing here. I don't even know what it is yet.
It's a sandhog.
Yeah, it's obviously a sandhog. That's a
Oh,
puma.
yeah. Now that I zoomed in, it looked kind of weird, but yeah, that's definitely. Yep, kill it with fire. Not really. I'm just going to attack it though. Oh, fucker. Well, I think I missed. Did I hit myself?
So miss it with fire,
know.
in other words. Got it.
I think it's your turn or the DM's
Yeah, it's my turn.
I mean.
I feel like I'm gonna die.
Me and you both.
Oh no.
Don't forget, you guys have a heal button you can do instead.
Yeah, but I'm last on the initiative.
Oh. Well, maybe.
Don't worry. You have to deal with Vertec essentially wasting his move, and then also Kai wasting his move. So, see, I have the ability to end the turn.
They can reach anywhere.
That's
Wait,
good.
where's it say end turn?
I have it. It's one of the abilities where it says end turn for self.
Ah,
That's all I have. As a DM.
'cause I mean, the only thing I could do
Haste.
to quote unquote waste a turn would be to heal, and that's about it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and look into this a little bit more. It's not very intuitive for like the first timer. Not that I'm necessarily a first timer. It's just I haven't done this in a little bit.
I mean, honestly, I'm looking at anything. It's just not.
I
It's
couldn't
not
find
giving
a
that.
quick intern on my stuff either. So
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's-
just saying as the DM, I should be able to change the move order.
Can you take health
and
away
I
from him
can't.
right now?
I already did, yes.
I'm saying, can you do it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so heal, and then that ends your turn, and she can take your health back away and put it back where it was. You've essentially wasted your turn.
Yeah, fair.
You can go.
Cool.
Now she can take 2 hit points away either whenever she can or randomly while this thing goes.
Oops.
Oh,
yeah.
Dead.
You are
Wow.
dead.
Thanos.
You're just dead.
Wow. That's a very rough.
What a weird
Let's undo
penalty.
that. Devising a plan.
Very
Okay, hold
rough
on.
trance.
Sorry.
I just
Alright,
cease to
now
exist
you-
while I'm entranced, apparently.
And then with Kai's turn, we do the same thing.
Yeah.
Minus the deletion.
Yeah, mine is that part.
All right. Cloaked figure's turn. Okay.
Okay, so
Well,
just an
that's-
FYI, it doesn't say cloak figure when I mouse over it.
Same.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's good to know, but that's fine.
That might be one of those little bugs that they wanted to talk about or something.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we're on pockets now. Oh, I can do it now. Okay. By the way, if anybody is watching this, you have to click and hold, and that's how you change the order. Click
Yeah.
and
Oh.
hold. It did not
Yeah,
say
we can
that.
stab that thing. Good job.
Nice.
And now it's going to stab you, probably.
Yep.
Oh, he got lucky. Chomp.
No.
How dare you stab him? He's angry.
You running away and healing? Smart.
I'm not dying.
You guys did, follow after shortly
It's
after
not like
a small
72
rest.
tentacles can hit us all at once this time.
I don't know.
I
It's just looking a little dicey.
All right, cool. I figured it out. Sorry, you guys. I will move you to the end the next time that I have to do something like
I'll
that.
try
Now
to
that I
stab
figured it
this thing
out.
again. Man, I suck.
Taco.
Damn it, Taco.
Man.
You are slowly getting enclosed upon.
Your cast foo is weak.
Cast fool. Okay, so they still incapacitated, or are they allowed to move now?
You guys can go ahead now. I moved Kai to the end after I
Okay.
figured it out.
Snap. All right.
And Kai can move like 72 fucking spaces. I guess.
He has a pretty wide range, doesn't he?
What is this? Holy crap!
Get 'em.
Nice. All right, Vertec, your real turn now. Nice.
Hoo-ha.
Shark bait. Ooh, ah.
Nice.
Failure.
Boo, you suck. Urgh.
I like that the DM monsters don't just automatically hit you. That's good.
Yeah.
She came out of the bushes.
Ooh.
I'm
Oh,
glad
God.
that didn't hit me now. That
Oof,
would have killed
oof,
me.
oof. Holy mackerel.
Oh my gosh. Pockets your turn.
What? What
Do we
in
have
the
a healer?
world?
By chance?
Huh?
Do we have a healer?
I mean, a couple of you can do healing.
have two.
yes.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, okay,
That's
okay.
cool.
Sandhog.
Come here, you hog.
Awesome. Thanks for failing.
Lumia.
See taco.
Holy. My turn. I've been saving this. This is my special move forever. I'm gonna scream it. Meteor
Rawr.
strike! Hey, I
Nice.
fucking rolled, yeah!
Love it.
Oh, it sucked her in.
Kai.
Just our luck.
That's a cool move. Heal
Yeah,
and
that's
hurt.
cool.
Ah, you gonna do it too? Do it!
Let me see. Let me see. So that only is going to catch one on an angle like that. Okay, okay, okay. Success.
Ugh.
Nice.
Oh, and you got block? That's awesome.
Heckin' yeah.
So that 3 blocks should negate. Yeah, that's awesome. That's pretty cool.
Word. Wither, though.
I'm glad that wasn't on us.
Yeah.
Epic.
Although with the
success at
40%
5
bonus,
damage.
it was only
I
40
know.
or 5 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, the monsters hit like trucks in this world.
Wah, 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 wah.
Nice, you guys.
Oh, thank you so much. That was refreshing.
But who's healing the healers?
We're figuring that out.
Ouch.
You look like a bigger threat to him. You're more hardy. Gotta try and take you out if he can.
Fine.
Wonderful.
Taco's
All right.
turn.
Just me and you, Sandhog. I'm tired of your shit.
You knew you were gonna attack him. You knew you were gonna attack him. Ooh, nice.
Love me some sand bacon.
Crunchy. Wee beach ball.
Takes 50% more damage. Next turn. That's crazy.
Yep. Guys, like I'm getting out of here. Ooh,
There's
fancy.
some like vampire stuff too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Vertec
Whoop.
leaps over.
Yeah.
Choo.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not sure if you knew this. You didn't need to succeed. The possibility exists for failure. Just saying.
He's just struggling to take on like one of these things.
Pew. Good. You missed.
Oh no! Lumia, it's all on you now. Nice.
Explosion.
I didn't have enough.
Taco Supremacist! Take us home!
Ugh. Oh, I'm gonna get one of them, Elise, I hope. No.
Oh no!
Oh gosh.
Oh, I
You
did
tried to
jump
jump
in the
over
air.
him, but you couldn't.
You
I guess
went for a
not.
little hop and you got a little cramp.
Ah, my knee.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Jeez.
She's gonna find herself dead if she's not careful. The cloaked figure looks over at you in like appreciativeness.
Just a thumbs up as this thing's clinging onto her leg.
Yeah, just gnawing it. Oh no!
Oh no, we suck again.
Vertic, you tried. All right, it's going to try and hunt Kai.
Oh, it's gonna do it.
Indeed.
We
Oh,
know
no.
those DM rolls.
Inspired, the lady is gonna try and like take out this creature over here. Feeling a little bit of strength entering into her.
Man.
They're trying. They're also failing at the same rate as you guys are succeeding.
Everybody's failing on this side. This is Failure Island.
Failing.
It is.
We all
It is.
fail.
Okay.
Special beam cannon.
Oh, love it.
Nice.
Pew.
Let's go.
That's so cool.
Nice.
All right.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, Lumia, you just can't get one off. You're trying so hard. All you have to do is hit it. All you have to do is hit it.
Just hit it once. Someone.
Just hit it once. You got this.
Just tap it in.
Just
Tap.
give it a little tappy tap.
Tapping. A little bit of tap tap.
What do I do again?
You just click your token and drag it.
Oh, dragging a token. There we go. Hopefully you will
Save her.
help out here.
Aw.
Hey, you cast
That's
your
really
spell.
kind of you.
Good job.
I mean, probably it might be mad enough to attack me instead, you know? See, it's all pissed off. Fuck.
Oh no.
Hypnotizing me. Oh no, now I like monster drinks. What am I gonna do?
Oh my gosh, you guys are so kind.
Nice.
Oh, thanks
Nice.
for getting me in.
That's
All
right.
right, Vertec, what are you gonna do?
Okay, let's see here. So that's gonna go 2 and do that.
Do it, Anakin. Do it, Virtek again.
So as Vertec leaves the side of this creature, he
Yeah.
destroys it.
Good job.
Nice.
Heckin' yeah.
The lady
My
is
spear
feeling.
work is
I
unparalleled.
would suggest that if any of you guys have, oh, she's gonna hit him.
Yeah.
If anyone left down there has healing, heal us as much as possible before the end of
Especially Kai, because Kai is on the verge of dying again.
yeah, if you can
You
reach us with
know-
a heal, that'd be cool. And if you can't, heal yourself.
Yeah.
That way we're more topped off in case something happens in 3 seconds again.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you for the attempt.
Thank you for trying to make me feel
Thank
better.
you for trying. Yeah.
Take your chicken noodle soup and get the hell out of here.
Oh my goodness.
But also, I've seen this thing do like 12 damage in a turn, so.
18 at the one point.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
the crit.
Lumia coming back.
Ooh,
The
zap it
9.
to
There we
hell.
are.
Victory! Ding ding ding. Nice.
Oh my god, I got it. Hold on a second.
Did we level?
Hold on a second. We just won.
Yay. Give me a second. Oh. Okay. So, as you finish your battle, you guys are welcome to look around the beach And Solar kind of raises her hand in like, I will give up. You can talk to me. What would you like to do?
Wait, is Tilly here?
No, she's on the boat.
Tilly's on the boat. Yeah, I just didn't remove her
Oh,
from the
okay.
scene
I was
before
like,
I
wait a
moved you
minute.
guys into it.
That's awfully suspicious that she's here now.
So
Awfully suspicious.
can I
Yeah.
search for loot first?
Yeah, go for it.
I would like to search for loot.
Oh,
Okay.
he's doing that. I'm gonna be like, my name's Kai. I can't swim. Let's start with that. What's your name?
Drowner's Anonymous here.
Yes.
All right, real quick, as you look around, you find a seafarer's hat. Which
I found a fucking pirate hat.
in a mostly dead fish.
I found a pirate hat.
You find a pirate hat, yes.
I need a pirate hat. I'm putting that on right now.
All
or
right,
my
hold on.
inventory, whatever.
Here you go. It's in your inventory.
it-
You can have it.
Does it look like a taco?
No.
Just in
but
case I look any better. Nope.
It says it gains advantage on charm and might rolls.
Hey.
And
then
that's
there's
nice.
also the mostly dead fish. If anybody wants the mostly dead fish,
Maybe.
Should
I'll give it to
Kai as a
Taco.
reminder. What happens when you don't swim?
Kai? Okay, Kai. Here you go. Have the mostly dead fish.
Cool. I'm just shoving them in my pockets.
I'm sorry I ran. I never should have gotten on that damn boat, but I had to get out of Smuggler's Wharf. You have to believe me, I didn't kill the captain. But I think I know who did.
Oh yeah. Well, who do you think
Who's
did
your
it?
suspicion?
Yeah, who did it?
That's a great question.
Is it Rose's dog?
go ahead and leave
Oh,
it here.
What an evil place a cliffhanger is.
Oh man.
But you
Oh,
will
hell no. I'm unsubscribing. This is
Is
No.
Delar guilty? Was she found at the wrong place at the wrong time? Find out more in session 3 of the Murder on the Tipsy Pearl.
we got scammed.
Find out
guys.
next week
Hoo-ha.
on.
Yeah. Hey, I got an extra
Good
combat
thing.
dice.
Good,
though.
good.
Z.
Ooh.
There you go.
Oh, we all leveled up and get upgrades too.
Yep, you all get
Heckin'
leveled up.
yeah.
I get one
Uh,
called self-care.
See, that's the tea time I was looking for this whole
Ooh, extra
episode.
combat dice.
Ooh, we get to
There you
pick
go.
something.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep, you get to
That's
choose
crazy.
new abilities, new whatever it is that is a thing that's for your class.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
But as it is currently, you've just helped Silar be able to fend off the creatures of this island, and she claims that she is innocent, but she might know who's guilty of killing
Oh,
the
man.
captain.
well, you got us good. That was a good spot.
We shall
I was
see.
I was just glad I was able to get you guys a little bit of combat before we ended.
That was fun.
So, yeah. And
Anyone have
that was
the,
really
upon
fun.
completing your level up, you should be at full health again. So no rest
Hey,
needed.
that's a good spot. Everything's looking good.
Yeah.
So
Better
there
than
you
last
go.
time.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
At last, we come back to our adventures. 2 of them are basically dead.
Basically. Yeah, basically. And thank you guys again for joining us. If you are interested in having one of the drinks that we had, which is Critical Hit, which I would say you guys collectively did a critical hit, the Critical Hit cocktail, I definitely recommend trying it. It was really, really delicious. And if you are interested in TTRPG things, or if you like to have nerdy drinks like I do, please consider helping the Kickstarter. They already met their goal, but what fun, or what is a little bit of fun without a little extra craziness that goes with your drinks, be it a one shot or a little mini adventure, etc.
And just to put this out there, we're not being sponsored by them or
Not
anything
at all.
crazy like that. We like the project. It's cool. It's got some neat stuff,
Yes.
and we may or may not be obtaining some things extra.
Ooh.
To give away. We may or may not have bought a couple of extra stuff to give away to people at a future point in time. So let us know. Again, this is actually a sample book that we were welcomed to try out, and I thought it would be really fun to try out the Critical Hit cocktail. Although I think next time, I almost want to do the Seafarer's Storm to let you guys see what that looks like. But
Yes.
who knows? Maybe for those of you that play Ashes of Creation like we do, you might be inspired by some of the drinks for whatever fancy adventure you might get down to. There's plenty of options there. And also that link has a little bit of a teaser, a drink as well as an adventure to go with it. So give it a shot. And
Remember, the
if-
Golden Fen Tavern is not responsible for anything that you drink.
Yes, true.
True story.
True. We're only responsible for the things that we serve, and we did not serve you that drink. So, yeah. If you like TTRPGs, consider checking us out. We actually have an entire, what do you call it? Man, not Tales of Fablecraft, but an entire. My brain is playlist. There we go. An entire playlist for all of your Tales of Fablecraft enjoyment. This is session 2. The Tales of Fablecraft playlist currently has session 1 and 2 now, as soon as we ended the live stream here. And if you end up missing anything and you just want to have something to listen to while you're adventuring in whatever game it is, or maybe you're adventuring in real life, consider giving it a listen. But in the meantime, we hope you have a wonderful day. And if you want to bookmark this playlist to listen to at any point in time, here it is for your enjoyment. But do you guys have any last words after our encounter that you would like to leave the people with?
Kai smells like dead fish.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Just saying.
Fair.
I pull out my fish and I look at it, and then I look at you, and then I slap you with my dead fish.
And now you both
And now
smell
you
like
both
dead fish.
smell
I'm
like
kind of
dead
at the
fish,
moment
yeah.
where like he smells like dead fish, and I can't remember what he smelled like before the dead fish. So he might have smelled that way the entire time.
Every once in a while, I just rub it on myself. I just pull it out, like put it in my armpit.
I mean, if you're gonna drown in the ocean, I mean, you may as well at least blend in scent-wise. Am I right?
I really
time.
love the flavor text for the dead fish, or the mostly dead fish.
Hey, thanks for hosting, guys. We appreciate it. We have a good
Of
time.
course.
Yeah, thank you so much.
course.
It was fun.
Yep.
And for those of you wondering, the next session will be June 8th, or it should be June 8th.
Yep. That's right.
And until then, we hope you have fun on your own adventures, and feel free to check out Tales of Fablecraft as well. It is no longer on Kickstarter, but it is early access, and we are having a lot of fun with it. So
Yeah, we are.
from now until then, cheers and have a good one.
Cheers,
Thanks for
everyone.
spending your time here.
Bye.
It is your
But
most valuable
it's the most
commodity,
valuable
so
thing.
go ahead.
I don't remember the rest. I just remember.
Oh no.
Almost had it memorized. But yes, thank you for spending your time here. It is your most valuable commodity because once it is spent, it is gone, and there are no refunds allowed. For some reason, we just can't make our machines work that way.
Sorry.
But either way, everybody, until we catch you next time, take care and
Take
have
care.
fun. Bye.